I dated a stud who ruined my life, and nobody believed me.
I dated a stud everyone loved, and she almost destroyed me. The scary part, she didn't even start evil. She started perfect. If you haven't subscribed, I think this is the time to do that, okay? So without wasting much of your time, let's jump into the video. Please hide my identity. I'm a firm late 20s, and I'm sharing this because I'm still ashamed that I didn't see it earlier. People always say, how did you not know about abuse? But abuse doesn't introduce itself as abuse. It introduces itself as protection. I met her, let's call her Z, through a mutual friend at a chill hangout. She was a stud, confident, funny, the kind of person who walks into a room and people automatically make space. Everybody knew her and she acted like she knew everybody. The first thing she said to me was, "You look like trouble." I laughed. I shouldn't have. At the start, Z was intentional. She listened, she remembered details. She asked about my day and actually waited for the answer. She posted me, soft launches, nothing too loud, but enough that I felt chosen. And after dealing with unserious people, being chosen felt like oxygen. 2 weeks in, she started doing the protector thing. You
Here, take your coat. It's getting chilly. Thanks. Is everything okay? Yeah, just checking our ride.
don't need to go out with those friends. They don't like you. Don't be too friendly. People take advantage. Send me your location when you're moving. I'll pick you up. It's faster. At first, I thought, oh, she cares, but I didn't realize she wasn't building love, she was building access. The first red flag was small. She got annoyed when I didn't reply quickly. Not worried, annoyed, like I owed her my attention. Then it became jokes with teeth. So you're outside again. Your phone is always on silent when you're with who? You like attention, don't you? I'd laugh it off and over explain myself like a student defending a thesis. Soon, I started changing my behavior to avoid arguments. I stopped wearing certain things because she'd say I was advertising. I reduced my friends because she always had issues with someone. I started feeling guilty for normal things, like being pretty. At the crazy part, she'd still say, I'm the only one that really loves you. One night we went to a lounge. Z was greeting people left and right. Everybody was hugging her, calling her boss, laughing at her jokes. I felt proud, like wow, my baby's respected. Then a girl came up, very familiar, very comfortable, and kissed Z cheek like it was normal. She just said, "What's up?" She didn't introduce me and kept moving. My stomach sank. In the car, I asked calmly, "Who was that?"
Who was she? What are you talking about? Why didn't you introduce me? She's no one.
Z's whole face changed. Cold. Why are you interrogating me? I said. I'm not interrogating you, I'm asking. She laughed one short laugh and said, This is why I don't like dating firms. You people overthink. That sentence embarrassed me more than the situation. I was quiet. I went quiet. I didn't want to fight. I told myself to let it go. But that became our pattern. Something happens, I ask respectfully, she flips it, I apologize for asking, she wins. A month later, I noticed something weirder. Z would accuse me of cheating out of nowhere. If I posted a selfie, who are you looking fine for? If I didn't pick her calls, so you're with someone. If I went quiet, you're hiding something. It was exhausting. But here's the tea I didn't know then. People who accuse you constantly are often confessing without words. This one hits. One day, Z slept over. Her phone kept vibrating like crazy.
Who could be calling at this hour?
She had two phones. She said it was for business. I didn't like it, but I ignored it because I wanted to be the cool girlfriend. At about 3 a.m., she went to the bathroom and left one phone on the bed. It lit up with a message preview. I didn't even mean to see it. Daddy, I miss you. Are you coming tomorrow? My heart started beating like a drum. I didn't open it. I just stared at the screen like it was a snake. When Z came back, she saw my face and instantly knew. She snatched the phone and said, You were on my phone? I said, No, it popped up. She stepped closer, too close, and said, You want problem, right?
You think you can just walk away? Please don't. I didn't mean it. Too late for that.
That night was the first time I felt fear with her. Real fear. The kind that makes your body go cold. In the morning, she acted normal. She even cooked. She kissed my forehead, and I realized something that made me feel sick. She could scare me at night and love bomb me in the morning like nothing happened. That's when I started paying attention. Soon, I noticed Z had rules for me that didn't apply to her. I couldn't have male friends, but she had business clients. I couldn't go out, but she could disappear for hours. I couldn't question her, but she could interrogate me. I couldn't post too much, but she could post test traps and call it branding. And when I tried to leave, that's when the real master came out. The day I said, I can't do this, see, she didn't beg. She smiled. She said, if you leave me, you regret it. I laughed nervously, like, okay, drama. I shouldn't have laughed. Because 2 days later, my sister called me and said, why are people sending me screenshots of you? My stomach dropped. Z had taken private pictures as I once sent her, nothing explicit, but intimate enough to embarrass me. Then she sent them to two people I knew with a message. Tell her to stop forming. She's mine. I felt my whole body go numb. I called Z, shaking, and she answered like she was chewing food. I said, are you okay? What is wrong with you? And she said calmly, now you will listen. That was the moment I knew I wasn't dating a toxic person. I was dating someone dangerous. I panicked, I begged, I threatened police. She laughed and said, go, who will believe you? And she was right about one thing. People didn't believe me at first because Z was popular, Z was charismatic, Z helped people, Z looked like a hero, and I looked like a bitter ex. I didn't sleep for days. I kept imagining my family seeing those pictures. I kept thinking my job would find out. I kept thinking I'd be exposed and shamed. Then I did the only thing that saved me. I stopped trying to fight her emotionally and I started fighting her legally. I screenshotted everything. I saved every voice note. I wrote down dates. I told one trusted friend the truth. I made sure someone else had copies. And when Z realized I wasn't scared anymore, that I had evidence, that I had support, she tried a new tactic. She apologized. She cried. She said she was hurt. She said her ex damaged her. She said she just loved too much. But the thing about manipulators is the apology is not for you, it's for others. I didn't go back. I blocked her everywhere. I changed my number. I moved quietly. I told my closest people what was happening so she couldn't control the story. And yes, it was embarrassing. But you know what was more embarrassing? Staying. A few weeks later, I heard she was already dating someone else, and my chest hurt for 2 seconds until I remembered that is not love, that is a circle. I'm sharing this because I know there's a femme out there dating a protective stud who is actually controlling and dangerous, and you're calling it passion. Please don't, because if someone can't respect your boundaries, they don't love you. They want ownership. I didn't lose her, I escaped her, and that's the difference. Amo. Okay, guys. So, what do you guys think? Please send in your anonymous stories. Please keep sending them in. Okay. I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Now, isolate you from your family and your friends. That's not love. Oh, that's control. And if they accuse you constantly, please pay attention. Anybody that is always accusing you, that person has something up his or her sleeve or her sleeves. Is it that person is guilty of the same thing he or she is accusing you of? And if they threaten exposure, that's abuse. Do not take it lightly. Save evidence. Tell one person that can that is safe. Don't handle it alone. No, love shouldn't be. It shouldn't be fearful. You shouldn't feel like fear. Love should be beautiful. So one quick question: have you ever dated someone who acted like a protector, but was actually controlling? What was the first red flag you ignored?